What happens when that arrow goes awry?
Would you want to stay there?
Obviously not, right? That would be irresponsible.
I mean, where would you sit here?
And how is it managed?
What's changed?
And I said to myself, well, what is the conclusion?
What did I tell the carpenter?
What will this future without secrets look like?
And does it need a chemical cure or a philosophical cure?
I mean, how else do you teach 150,000 students?
And what did I discover?
Can you find your very own seat?
Why is this not enough?
How predictive is it?
And what about cars?
Now, how do we do it?
What would you do here?
1 minute?
I mean, would you want to go there?
You want to eat ice cream now? You want to eat ice cream in the evening?
Yes. And I said, why not?
But this is not enough to make a difference, right?
And isn't that what we're missing? So what do I say?
But guess what? We do not know.
What happens? It rings.
So how was I going to get this done?
And I thought, what's wrong with me?
With your eyes closed, what am I wearing?
Are the families going to get along?
Cleopatra's guy?
Intelligence. What is it?
You know, how do you teach creativity? How do you teach design?
What is the mechanism of resilience?
How'd you do? Show of hands, did we get it? It's interesting, isn't it? Some of us are...
Couldn't pay whom? I couldn't pay the carpenter.
Do you like horror films or romance films?
But don't you think this is a waste?
Well, how soon are you going out?
How do you do that for 150,000?
Can you see into it and out of it?
You just looked at your clock, right?
Do you see where I'm going with this? But think again, why should that be always the case?
So what do we need?
Do you see the subject? 5 minutes?
So what were we going to do?
I've clearly got mass. Where does it come from?
What could the future of animal products look like?
Didn't we evolve to have depression?
Is there a single equation for intelligence?
What's the rabbi going to say?
They said, do people talk to you differently?
Are you reading an interview by an author? How does one live inside distraction?
So, what do we make of all of this?
Isn't it part of your personality?
Are they going to start having children right away?
Does it seem green and friendly?
Why is it one-dimensional? I told whom? I told the carpenter.
So why are we fighting it in the classroom?
Why did this have to get in the way of all that?
What happens when time warps?
It's a strong word, isn't it?
It makes sense, right?
So if I ask you to access a memory, like, what is that?
And who am I kidding when I say almost?
Do you think it's possible to control someone's attention?
You want to eat, somebody else want to eat. So she asked, eat what? Do you want to eat ice cream?
Does it predict human-level intelligence?
But what makes a public space work?
And I said, pity.
What if we could do this in free speech instead?
What did he say? He said what surgeons always say.
And should we care?
Are there other people there?
I said, what? You're still being too damn picky.
So who told? I told.
What color is my shirt? What color is my tie?
How about 15 seconds?
People say to me, well, is it continuous with normal size?
What just happened? Do you have a wall?
10 minutes?
How can they insist on this treatment at the end?
So, without looking at your phone, what time was it? By show of hands, were you right?
Why not buy his book? Tweet it, share it.
If you've got that, you're with me for the entire journey, okay?
So who couldn't pay? I couldn't pay.
Intelligence, does it predict artificial intelligence?
So what's the trick?
How is it that the things that make us up have no mass?
I'm looking for a husband, right?
Now, what do the experts call this?
And I said, what kind of trouble did you have?